Florida.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida with your Monday's weather. The remainder of the day, there will be a blustery wind out of the northeast, clear skies, and 50. Clear skies tonight, slightly colder at 37. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and a light breeze right around 7 miles per hour with a high of 60. A bit warmer at 66 Wednesday, and we'll have mostly clouds. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party.
You see that new welcome offer? Bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if you win. I think we got to jump on this.
What's John Daly think?
I think you got to grip it and rip it.
Grip it?
And rip it.
Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook. Roll with us. New players bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets if you win. Payable in bonus bets. Not a cash offer. Offered by Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Got a scratch, dent, or full-blown wreck? Bring it to Recommended Collision Center in Panama City. From small scratches to all-over paint jobs, from fender benders to major collisions, it's Recommended Collision Center. They work with all insurance companies and offer customer pay options too. A family-owned collision center that takes pride in top-quality repairs, friendly service, quick drop-offs, and a fast turnaround. So when life throws you a wreck, they'll help you get amended. Recommended Collision Center, 1329 Jinx Avenue, Panama City.
Hiller's here, you don't need to worry. If you're stuck without any heat, we'll be there in a hurry. Hiller's here to help you right away. We'll be there to fix you up, call the Happy Face Truck today. Yes, Hiller's here, so never fear, call the Happy Face Truck today. Hiller!
Happy holidays from the Hiller family. Take advantage of our current specials and deals at happyhiller.com.
Get ready to connect. ESPN Northwest Florida is proud to welcome and feature the newest additions to our Panama City Beach Chamber family.
Welcome to the Beach Chamber. Advanced Wash Solutions. Back 9, Panama City Beach. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. Beach Properties of Florida. Skip Stoltz. And Cruisin' 30A.
Step in, grow, and connect with the community that celebrates your achievements.
Congratulations from ESPN Northwest Florida.
And the Panama City Beach Chamber of Commerce, reaching Bay County and beyond.
ESPN Northwest Florida. It's the Coach James Hale Show.
We got a winner. Good morning, sir. How you doing? Not a sir. It's a Mrs. Sir.
It's me. I'm not a sir. I'm a ma'am, but that's okay. My name's Susan Lane.
Hey, Susan. And listen, I want to thank you so much for listening. I know it's got to be hard, but thank you for listening. Thank you for turning in.
Well, my husband's actually the big listener, but when we drive around this car, I'm actually taking him to an appointment right now. He always has it on, and y'all gave out the phone number. I said, I'm going to just try.
There you go. Awesome. Who is your husband? What's his name?
His name is Les Lane, and he's the big listener. Yeah, you got to give him a shout out. Georgia Bulldogs.
Smart. You know
we found a sponsor for the Georgia.
You just forfeited your prize.
He's
smart, man.
Weekday morning 7 to 9. ESPN Northwest Florida. Northwest Florida's home for college football bowl games. WGSX Lynn, WVLQ Port St. Joe.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Powered by Panama City Toyota. And now, the Gulf Coast's newest sports talk host.
Hey, there's the new guy.
Paul Wilson.
That is not winning football.
Paul is your pipeline to the heart of the action.
The defense can only play this good for so long.
Hot takes, big reactions, and your calls are incoming.
This week, it's really going to be crucial.
The Sports Blitz.
They're playing championship football.
The new Sports Blitz.
You can say what you want.
On 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
So we are back It's a Monday. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson right here at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Your spot for Monday Night Football right here after the show in beautiful, snowy Pittsburgh. Miami Dolphins versus the Pittsburgh Steelers tonight. We're live and local right here in your CBC Construction Studio. Don't forget, if you want to call in or text in, you can. 850-215-6290 on the Red 7T's phone line. We're so glad that you're here and decided to be with us. And as always, on a Monday, we got Brian Haddad in the building. Brian, how you doing?
Doing well.
Good. And with his Super Bowl winning Drew Brees captain jersey, because the Saints have won again. Jeffrey is in the building. Jeffrey, how you doing?
What are they doing? They keep beating division opponents who want to win the division. It's crazy.
It's a little bit weird, and it's messing up your draft pick. That's what it's doing.
Drop.
Yeah.
We'll be 12 before you know.
I was going to say, you're going to have the 12th pick of the NFL draft, and that will stink.
I don't have Bone Crusher here to harass.
No.
Because they play the Saints last 3 games. Jets, that's a strong one.
Yeah.
Titans, that's another strong one. And then the Falcons.
Yeah.
They're going to be playing 3 teams that probably could finish in last place, because the Saints are probably going to give the last place to the Falcons.
Yeah.
And then who's playing the last place schedule next year?
Yeah.
They are.
Yep, exactly. Wow. That's a crazy one. And as always, we got Jimmy in the building. How you doing, Jimmy?
What's up, guys? I am enjoying this Monday, but I got to say, be careful out there, everybody. Somebody smashed the window on my Jeep and left 2 tickets to the Saints and Titans game. You never know what people are going to leave that kind of trash in your car.
Oh, man. Take it, and hopefully somebody will want to do something with it. But either way, man, oh man, we've got a great show ahead today. So glad that you joined us. You know, guys, we got to talk about it. We're going to go ahead and dive into this Diego Pavia edition of the part of the show. Obviously, the Heisman Trophy candidate. But let's talk about the Heisman Trophy real quick. I mean, Fernando Mendoza, number 1 Indiana. I know we talked about it, and I believed that they were going to give it to him. I thought that he would be the one. First Cuban-American to ever win the award.
What was Testaverde? Oh, he was Italian.
He was Italian, yeah.
But he was from Miami. Was he?
Yeah. So is Mendoza. So
actually, you know what? I'm taking that back. I think he was from like New York or that area. He just went to school in Miami. That's what it was.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, you're
sorry to divert, but first Cuban American. That's great.
We're used to you diverting. So it's all good. So you know, I remember we talked about it. You said you thought that Pavia would win.
Well,
and then you thought that he deserved to win. So with that being said, how shocked were you that Mendoza won?
I was surprised, and as soon as I Googled, it said Mendoza was a heavy favorite. And then I looked at the first place votes. That was where I got shocked, really, more than anything, because it was, 453 first place votes for Mendoza, and then like 100 and whatever it was.
162 for Pavia.
Yeah, for Pavia. And that gap is what shocked me more than anything. But then I kind of saw what they didn't want to get into the Heisman house.
Yeah. And I agree with that. And that's one of the biggest reasons why I felt like Mendoza was going to win it, was the character issue. You know, and so, Brian, did you believe that Mendoza was probably going to win it, or were you in the Pavia camp? Because Brandon and Jeffrey thought Pavia was going to walk away with it.
No, I thought Mendoza was going to win it because I thought he separated himself enough from saying in the championship game to where I didn't think the vote was going to be that diluted. I mean, enough. I don't think he was significantly better. I don't think Sayan went all out in that game either, but I thought it was enough better. And when you look at Pavia and Mendoza's stat line next to each other, Mendoza was slightly better overall in my mind. It was close enough, but Mendoza made sense to me. You know, like I said, the only thing I was worried about is if he and Sayan had both kind of laid eggs in the championship game, there were so many guys in the Midwest that, you know, when you throw in Jeremiah Love as well, that might split the vote. But no, coming out of that game, I pretty much thought it was Mendoza's to lose. But, you know, it was what it was. I thought it was pretty straightforward, and I thought all the guys were I think it was the right 4 to be there.
Yeah.
And up until afterwards, I thought it was a fine ceremony.
Yeah.
And then Pavia wrecked that.
Yeah. And let me ask y'all this, though. Weak class, strong class, middle of the road class. I thought it was a very weak class.
Weaker.
For this Heisman. Yeah, I mean, especially if you look at the stats. If you go by stats, you're going to see a lot less yards, a lot less
Didn't Love have
TDs.
13 something? 13 something? Yeah. And there was former running backs that were making fun of it on video.
Yeah. And so, and the same thing with Mendoza's numbers. I mean, his numbers weren't like crazy great.
I mean, Love's you can chalk up to it's a different game now. I mean, a lot of those guys, especially from the early 80s.
I formation.
They were running 80% of the time, so they can't compare that stuff. To me, I still think the best pure player in college football is Jeremiah Smith. I've thought that all year. In the same way I thought Brock Bowers was a lot of the years he played. But he was not going to win the Heisman. I think Love had the best season of anybody that I saw. But Mendoza made sense based on the way that award goes.
I think so, too. And the part that I think you could put Mendoza on every single team that's in the playoffs, and they would either be better or right at what they are right now. So if you gave Georgia Mendoza, if you gave Alabama Mendoza, Oklahoma, Miami, all of those guys, you give them Mendoza gives them a better chance to win, or at least what they have in the house.
I'll disagree.
I may be with Jeff on that. I think he's perfect for that system.
Yeah. Kirk Cignetti.
And that coach, yeah.
Was Mendoza there last year?
No.
Okay. What'd they do?
Went to the playoff.
They went 11-1 in the regular season.
Yeah. What
they
team
went 12-0 in the regular season this year. They did a whole game better. What did Pavia do down in Vanderbilt? He friggin' turned the whole place around for 2 years straight. Yeah. It's proven for 2 years.
But what team, though, would he not do better in, or at least what they're...
Mendoza?
Yeah, with the 12 teams that are listed in the college football playoffs. You said I disagree.
Which team could he impress? I mean, as far as, increased wins. By one game in Indiana, he would do the same thing at Ohio State. I can't think of another team that he would actually increase. Maybe a weak team like Wisconsin, maybe.
No, I'm talking about the 12. I'm talking about the 12 teams in the playoff. I think he would do. I think he would do just as good as Ty Simpson. I think he would do just as good as John Mateer. I think he would do just as good as Gunnar Stockton.
No, I'll disagree.
Julian Salem.
He'll be running for his life at Alabama.
I think
running for his life.
I think he's perfect in a system where you have a head coach who's willing to go out and be the fire, who's willing to go out and be that kind of guy. Because Pavia can just slot in, do his job. He's very efficient, very smart with the football. He's a good leader on the field, but he doesn't have to be kind of like Pavia. I mean, I think they're polar opposites in their personality, and I think both of them fit in their era. I don't think Clark Lee is the way Cignetti is. And I think it's perfect because Pavia can fill that role. Vice versa, Cignetti is who he is, which is great because it allows Mendoza to slot in and just kind of fill that, quiet leader, efficient role, which I think is perfect for him.
So Ohio State played in Indiana. I was bored. 1 TD, 0 interceptions to both of them. I don't think he separated himself from Sayin.
I think he separated himself from Sayin, honestly, with the Penn State drive. I think that was his Heisman moment, if you will.
That guy barely got a toe in.
Got it. But he got it in.
If you give Mendoza Sayin's wide receivers, I think you're totally missing
Tate and
Smith. Yeah. Can you name an Indiana wide receiver right now?
Oh, God. It's like mix something. In
a year.
I don't know his name.
One of them. In a year really devoid of Heisman moments, he probably had the one you could consider that. The biggest thing for me, and I've never really cared that much for the Heisman. I just don't care. It doesn't mean anything. It's a media award.
Sometimes, though.
But this year, I mean, it just lacks star power. And I think it lends itself more to the fact that because of the way college football is now, I'm not saying better or worse, I have my opinion on that, but we're not developing the kids the same way. The NFL is getting a worse product, the Heisman is getting a worse product, college football is getting a worse product. Now, the fact that they're all dealing with the same thing means the games are still competitive, but the overall product isn't as good. It can't be as good when they're bouncing around so much and not getting developed. That we're not talking about 27-year-old seasoned professionals. We're talking about 18 to 22-year-old kids. And in Pavi's case, 24 or whatever he is. So I just think it's a different thing. So you don't have the same kind of star power. So we might have to start getting used to this. May be what the Heisman looks like more and more going forward.
And that's not good. And we've talked about this too. The reasoning behind NFL quarterback jobs now being open to a 44-year-old Phillip Rivers is because there's not developed quarterbacks that are sitting waiting to play in the NFL game because they're not developed. They're not ready yet. So that's why you have that. And so this might be the reasoning behind all of this. And now everybody's going to jump, and that's how it's worked.
There will be. I don't want to say 2 every 10 years. There's a phenomenal athlete.
Oh, there'll be a Cam Newton every 10 years, yeah.
A Tebow.
That's right.
I'm not going to put Burrow in that category, but I will put Derrick Henry in there. He was a phenomenon.
Yeah.
You know? Reggie Bush. That's 4 I can name right off the bat this century.
But Derrick Henry.
So 2 a decade, you know? Burrow was good, don't get me wrong, but he's not a phenomenon.
Right.
No, Burrow was a finished product.
And the Texas quarterback.
Vince Young.
Yeah.
Vince was there a while,
those guys, different. Yeah, different. You could just tell when they come to the field, they were different. Yeah. They would take over. You could literally say they were the best player on the field.
Oh, absolutely.
And see, like, we've got some of those players, like what Brian was saying with Jeremiah Smith, but his stats just aren't padded because he's got another wide receiver that is good, and he gets, attention of the plays.
He makes Tate better.
Right.
I mean, it really does. It opens things up for Tate.
Now, the braggadocious on Marvin Harrison Jr., I never was impressed with the guy.
See, I was.
He never broke 1,000 yards.
I was. He was
unimpressive.
He just hasn't translated as well in the NFL as I thought he was.
Yeah, but I didn't think he was like that at Ohio State. There was a lot of talk.
Yeah. A man amongst boys during college, and it seems like now he's in the same age bracket and he's not dominating. Now, let's talk about Pavia. He come out and said the fact that all of these, voters got it wrong and all of that. Does that surprise you? Number one, that's the first question. And number 2, was he right?
He's been showing us all year. Who's his idol?
Manziel.
Yeah. The problem is Manziel won.
Yeah.
He won it and became that after he won it. And look, Pavi's a great player. He's actually the kind of tough, gritty player I normally love. Mm-hmm. And I don't even mind the little swagger that he has.
But,
dude, you got invited to New York from New Mexico State and Vanderbilt.
Right.
You were runner-up in the Heisman.
Yeah.
Your team almost made the playoffs. Let me remind you, at Vanderbilt. Okay? You've had your plaudits all year long. And he goes out and he says, bleep the Heisman voters? Really? And see, this is the thing. Now they're going to say, oh, well, I followed up with the... First of all, that was him. That tweet was him. Mm-hmm. The second tweet... That was the PR team.
It was the PR team.
Got anything to do with him?
Wait a minute. What did you just do?
Yeah.
What did you just do?
I would almost have more respect for the guy if he just said, look, that's the way I feel and that's the way I feel. Well, okay, at least he's owning it. Now, the way I feel after all this, the whole thing, especially this whole thing with the PR thing afterwards, I was like, dude, your 15 minutes are up. Get out. I'm done. I don't care anymore.
And it makes me wonder who he's surrounded by. Because they're probably reiterating what he's saying because they're yes men around him.
Yeah.
Because they're like grabbing his coattails and just going along with
What have we produced? We produced this NIL where we've got the money and he's making the money and he's got more money than he's ever had before. And now he has surrounded himself with just him making the calls, him being the star power every time.
You say, I don't think there's a quarterback in the country that's better than I am. Fernando Mendoza's a great player. Julian Sain's a great player. Jeremiah Love's a great player. We're all great players. I don't think any of them are better than me, but I don't get a vote. It's not up to me. They voted the way that they did. Yeah. That's fine. I was very thrilled to be there, but yes, I wanted to win. And yes, I think I was the best candidate, but I may be a little biased and have a little chuckle. That's how you do that.
Oh, yeah.
Simple.
And it's okay to have the grit. It's okay to say, hey, look, he's good, but I'm better. And it's okay to say that. And he got a lot of his deal because of his grittiness, the way he responds to the fans, the way he does the things. But it is like what he's saying. You've got to win it if you're going to talk it. Mm-hmm. And I do believe, too, because he's very active on social media, he was a little bit irritated with the whole 6 foot thing because he said he's 6 foot and he's not, obviously, because if you look at him compared to all the other ones, he was the shortest person in the room.
Yeah.
He definitely is not 6 feet tall. And I think he just had this little bit going into it of anger that, and I hate to call it the little man syndrome, but he had that little bit of anger that we now know why he didn't win the Heisman, whether his numbers were better, whether he is a better college football player. It is a character award that they're going to do, and so they don't want another Johnny Manziel that's going to be crazy in the Heisman house, so to speak, or the club, because, even when Chris Fowler was doing the awards and talking about it, he stated character. And he made a push that this is a character award as well as being the best college football player because they don't want to do that and have some thug basically in there.
I don't think it cost him the award. It might have widened the gap on the voting, the character thing. But I don't think it cost. I still think Mendoza would have won it.
No, I think so too. I think he would have won it. I just think that was probably a lot of it
probably cost him a few votes.
A lot of his grit, the way he responds. People don't love that, especially voters.
Do you think it's going to hurt his draft capital when we get to March?
No,
our team's going to look at it and see something, or are they just going to go, well, it was a kid just putting something stupid out on social media like kids
draft capital is, I don't think he gets drafted in the top 5 rounds.
Right now.
What?
No.
You would draft a 5'10" quarterback? We've already had this story.
Right now.
Kyler Murray, Tua Tagovailoa.
So right now, I don't think what he said about the Heisman voters or any of the antics he's had through the year will affect his draft status at all. What will affect it is if he plays the Shadur game of, I won't play for this team, this team, this. That's different. Because the one thing this guy, you could say, he'll go to war every time he puts a helmet on. If you start saying, I won't play for this team, I won't play for this system, I won't do that, then they question your work ethic of going out there and doing it. I don't think that's a question with this guy right now. Now, if he does that, it's going to be different. That being said, I think they've got him graded very low. I think they've got him 5th, 6th round grade.
Okay,
right now.
I was going to say, because to me,
that's why I think he's pushing so hard to get the extra
that's more
year.
shocking than anything to me that he's
really,
5th or 6th round pick.
I don't think he's anywhere in the top 5
so
pick.
many teams out there we talked about that need quarterbacks.
Yeah.
But not a 5'10", probably his hands are probably smaller
Here's
than
the thing.
mine.
They can,
everything else.
They can get him there, is what I'm saying. I don't think guys are going to reach on Pavia.
Who?
And you know what's going to hurt him? His idol.
Yeah.
They reached on Manziel.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Who would?
He'll get drafted.
I think
if he came out,
it'll be 5th or 6th round. The second or third quarterback taken like just a throwaway pick. I don't. Who would you? Who are you thinking?
I'm trying to. Well, other than the Falcons.
No, they've already got
the problem is Mendoza's got better measurables than he does. So does Dante Moore.
Yeah.
Honestly, as much as I hate to say it, and I think he could use another year, so does Ty Simpson. He has better measurables.
Say Julian Sand.
Would I start him in front? I don't know. I like Pavia's grit, but we're talking pro football now. We're not talking
I don't
college.
think his game translates. I don't think that whole running around Johnny football stuff, because it didn't work with Caleb Williams, and he's way better of an athlete.
Honestly, Pavia is the greatest case for why I think there might actually be a victory. And I don't think it will happen in time for Pavia. He's the greatest case for a guy saying, I can't take my skills to the next level, of which you guys in Congress have put an antitrust exemption on, to the fact that this is really the only place for me to go play for the same or better money.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So the federal case for, if I'm a student, how are you telling me that I can't continue to play since I'm being paid? Whether you like that or you don't like that, that case is coming. It'll probably be Pavia. He's probably the best case for it. I just don't think it'll be resolved in time for him.
Probably
but I
not.
guarantee you it's going to happen in the next 5 years.
Yeah, because his game really doesn't translate. The game that he plays, because Caleb Williams tried to do that, and it was a disaster. You got to have the right, and that's why he's changed the way he plays. It's not that backyard football, playground football.
Do you think he could become a utility player?
No. I don't think.
Not really.
Not anymore. He's not. he's breaking tackles and he's strong, don't get me wrong, in the college game, but it's two worlds of difference and fast and strength in the NFL. Yeah. There's no possible way he makes it in the NFL. If he makes it in the NFL, I'll be very shocked. He could go play maybe some Canadian football or some kind of arena football. But other than that, I mean,
that's the problem in this day and age with the NIL. He would actually be taking a step down in money now. Yeah. And that's why I'm saying there's so many intricate things now because they've opened this door. As crazy as it sounds, they have a case. They have a case to bring federally that it's unfair that you're not letting them continue to pursue that avenue to make the money commensurate with their ability because of the antitrust exemption the NFL has and that college currently doesn't have.
Yeah, and it's going to get clouded with Tommy Castellanos. They're all going to jump in on that. I'm not saying morally it's right or anything. I'm just saying we've opened Pandora's box to the fact that you can make that argument in front of a federal judge now, and there is a likelihood it's going to go through.
But when you're given a student catalog, it's got a 4-year program on it, almost everything.
Yeah, but you can be in college forever. We used to call them professional students.
If you pay,
especially the foreign guys.
Fees, but these guys aren't paying the fees. Is
but
different.
You can keep getting scholarships beyond. You get post-grad scholarships. You can get additional major scholarships.
It would have to be a whole gamut.
It's what I mean. It's what I mean about we have opened up a scenario where so many things are intertwined now. It's going to make it really murky at the legal level.
Yeah, it's going to get crazy. But either way, we're going to take our first break, and when we come back, we're going to talk to the rebelwalk.com Steve Barnes. He's in the building. We're going to talk about it. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Call in now.
This is Touchstone service.
The Red 70s studio line is open.
Demonstrate how to make a call with your dial telephone.
850-215-6290. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. The Coach James Hale Show.
Hey, go Dogs!
Go Dogs!
Take the over on alcohol consumption. They drank out the Nashville last time they were there.
They're started right now.
Hey,
go Dogs! Go Dogs!
Weekday morning 7 to 9. At 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida with your Monday's weather. The remainder of the day, there will be a blustery wind out of the northeast, clear skies, and 50. Clear skies tonight, slightly colder at 37. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and a light breeze right around 7 miles per hour with a high of 60. A bit warmer at 66 Wednesday, and we'll have mostly clouds. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Your NFL and college football headquarters is Dak Cajun Place. With 27 TVs, you won't miss a play or a game. Score 50-cent wings during live games every Monday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. 50-cent wings and $5 pitchers during live games only at Dak Cajun Place. LSU and Saints fans, wear your team colors and get free Jell-O shots when LSU or the Saints score. Plus brunch on Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 2 with $3 mimosas. Game like a local at Dak Cajun Place.
PCB Hobby, the beach's premier hobby store for sports cards, comics, coins, and trading card games. PCB Hobby carries the largest selection of boxes and packs from the latest releases of brands like Topps, Panini, Leaf, and more. Looking for a specific player or team? PCB Hobby has a wide assortment of raw and graded cards. They carry parallel rookie, game used, and autographed cards in both modern and vintage. Have a collection you want to sell? We buy, sell, and trade. PCB Hobby on Back Beach Road, just east of Florida Linen. Call 850-320-8388.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Sports Blitz.
Nick Saban goes into the College Football Hall of Fame today. Thank you, Coach Saban, for turning Alabama into the greatest dynasty in college football history and for creating a level of jealousy and envy that will last a lifetime. 6 national championships, 9 SEC championships, 4 Heisman Trophy winners, 76 first-team All-Americans, 47 consensus or unanimous, 133 NFL draft picks, 47 of them in the first round. Absolute domination. A run college football will possibly never, ever see again.
The Sports Blitz.
Live and local, weekdays, 4 to 6.
ESPN Northwest Florida. Now, we're live and local inside the CBC Construction Studios. The sports world is a battlefield of opinions. And every day, Paul Wilson brings the heat, the fire, and the definitive take. Don't just follow the headlines. Be a part of the story on the Sports Blitz. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson right here at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We are live and local in the CBC Construction Studio. Beautiful Panama City Beach, a little cold Panama City Beach today. Make sure you stay bundled up, wrapped up, and hopefully it will go away quickly because I don't like this cold weather. Either way, you want to be a part of the show, you can be. You can call in on the Red 7T's phone line, 850-215-6290. We've got a good giveaway we're going to be talking about. But before we do, let's go to our phone lines now. We've got Steve Barnes from RebelWalk.com on the line. Steve, how you doing today, my friend?
Well, if you guys didn't see it, hell froze over last week. It was announced that on September 6th of 2031, Auburn is going to play Troy in football.
Oh, wow.
I never thought that would ever happen. Lee Corso told me personally it would never happen. It's going to happen. I just hope I'm still around to see it. But speaking of Troy and Auburn, by the way, the other thing last week, the College Football Hall of Fame had their induction ceremony.
Oh, yeah.
Former Auburn assistant and Troy head coach Larry Blakeney was inducted.
Nice.
The only there are only two coaches who ever took a team from Division II to the FBS, and Blakeney's one of them. And I just thought that was really, really cool. And also, I watched the ceremony online. I don't know who produced it, but they should be, beaten with some kind of large object. But they do that thing, and I hate this at the end of the year, where they put up pictures of people who had died that year in that field. But they put up Johnny Williams, he was Blakeney's first defensive coordinator at Troy, and that was my first year working there. And 3 years later, he was elevated to the AD. Pretty good promotion. Yeah. And he ended up leaving, went to Alabama for a little while, and ESPN hired him to start the bowl game in Montgomery, along with that FCS kickoff. That bowl game's tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And it's Troy and Jacksonville State. And they better honor Coach Williams. That would just be so cool. And it's the first bowl game of the week, and I think it's the only good one because there's some dogs with fleas, especially the Mobile thing. Yeah. I'm not sure what they call it anymore, but you got Louisiana against Delaware.
Yeah.
How many people from Delaware, 10 days from Christmas, are going to fly to Mobile for a week?
Exactly. Dozens.
Anyway.
Either way, there'll be some people watching that game for sure around here because our local Carson Griffin from Mosley High School signed with Delaware, and he's pretty excited about it. We had him in the studio not too long ago, so you perked my interest in that game now so that I'm going to see where Carson's going to get to go and maybe learn a little bit about that team. So that's great.
Go Blue Hens.
I got to ask this, though, Steve, with the Montgomery Bowl tomorrow night. If I read this right on ESPN, that game kicks at 9 p.m.? What in the world is that all about?
No, it's 9 Eastern. It's 8 our time.
Okay, well, that's still late.
Which works great. This works great for me. I can watch NCIS at 7.
There you go.
Then switch over to the ball game.
Well, see, now I know why they did it. They called you, and wanted to know what your TV viewing schedule was.
Hey, I have some game.
So, Steve, let me ask you this. We've got to talk about, finally, the helm realistically has been given to Pete Golden for Ole Miss. And now we kind of started to see, they're getting ready. They're prepping for this game coming up. What are you hearing about the preparation? I mean, is it business as usual, or is there some things that are talked about like you gave us last week?
It's pretty much business as usual. He had his first game week presser today, and the thing impressed me and a lot of other writers most was he was only 21 minutes late. Kiffin would be anywhere from 45 to an hour and a half late, and then look at you like you were wrong. But he just said, we went out Sunday. We prepped. Monday is a walkthrough day at Ole Miss. Most people don't do that, but they just do a walkthrough on Monday. They did that today. And, they had 4 players there, and they're like, it's pretty much business as usual.
Do you feel like the confidence in the building is, obviously they've had to deal with this whole Kiffin carousel, this whole Kiffin, social media stuff, all the stuff that's been talked about because, they listen to. Do you think it's that they're meeting with them and letting them know, or do you and telling them, hey, this is where we're going, this is what we're doing, trying to get that stuff out of their mind? Or do you think that, that's just a proper thing to say to the staff and to the media out to public just to make sure that nobody's, leaking any of that mess?
Well, there's nothing to leak. They're already hiring people. They brought in Danny in Washington, and they brought in Michael Spurlock to coach. They've already brought in. They are looking to bring in Austin Thomas, who is being let go by LSU as a GM. He used to be at Ole Miss, and I think he's going to come in. And the thing today that I heard, and I've heard it from like 5 different people, is Kevin Smith is going to leave Ole Miss to go to LSU as a running back coach.
Yep.
But that means Frank Wilson, who is the interim coach at LSU for the Texas Bowl, and the running back coach, he's going to be pushed out.
So does that mean possibly coming?
He's going to come to Ole Miss, we think. And the best thing about that, he's one of the best recruiters in the country. At LSU, they call him the King of New Orleans.
Yeah, he was at Southern Miss as well when my brother was at Southern Miss.
He was the head coach at UTSA. And guess who his defensive coordinator was? Pete Golden.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he'll be back. Well, that'll be good. Have you heard anything about, is everything good with Lacey and Trinidad Chambliss and all the stars as far as, injuries, anything like that? Is anybody coming back that's kind of been nicked up?
Nobody's really nicked up that bad, so I think that's fine. They both talked today at the presser, and Trinidad his big question was, you got 2 first-place votes in the Heisman. What do you think about it? Has anybody called you and said, I voted for you? He's like, no, but thank you. I appreciate it. And by the way, this was a cool Trinidad fact. This time last year, he was quarterbacking Ferris State to the Division II championship. When Ole Miss plays Saturday in the college football playoff, it'll be the same time Ferris State is playing in the semifinals.
Yeah, wouldn't it be cool if they win it and Ole Miss wins?
Do it.
That'll be good. That'll be straightforward. Let me ask you this, kind of stepping out of the Ole Miss. We've been having the discussion about the Heisman Trophy with Diego Pavia acting more like Diego Pavia would expect after that. Do you believe that Mendoza, as far as what you thought, Mendoza had the best season as far as winning the Heisman?
Well, with the Heisman, I don't think it really depends on who had the best season. It's who is the popular, person to vote for. And I think that was Mendoza. And I think Pavia just sort of, turned off voters. That's what I do not like about the Heisman. It's so subjective. I mean, Mendoza could have made somebody mad and they would have never, ever voted for him. And I think that's what Pavia did. And I like the kid. I really do. I think he just says stupid stuff.
Yeah.
And, when he showed up, he looked like he was an extra from Saturday Night Fever with the gold chain and the turtleneck. It's like, what is that? Do you not own a tie? I know people in Nashville that sell those.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
that's true.
Well, I mean, I just think he turned off too many voters. That's the problem. That, and when he said he had sent a message to President Trump to sign an executive order to get Vanderbilt in, I thought that was a bad move too.
Yeah, and I'm sure the negative publicity his brothers have been given, where they were getting arrested for games and
I love
nightclubs
Pavia's,
and all that.
I love Pavia's quote after his brother was arrested. Said, "Oh, we're from New Mexico. We're used to it." Wow, man, dude.
That's not
and
good.
that wasn't the worst quote this week.
No, it wasn't.
From him.
No, it wasn't.
Very true.
Oh Lord, when he talked about his mother and Theo Vaughn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty
First
bad.
off, nobody would ever have done that to my mother, especially next door in a motel, and I wouldn't have talked about it. So, wow, that was just, Diego, come on, brother. I'm not sure who your agent is, but you need to have some PR classes.
Yep.
Well, it was a surprise for some people, especially in the South, when we've gotten to see him play a lot more. And I think with Mendoza being with the number one team, and like you said, popularity contest, and then I brought up earlier to the guys we were talking about character, and I believe that still played a play in that. And they don't want another Johnny Football up in there, I don't believe, in the Heisman house.
Well, it is a popularity thing, and although I did like Love from Notre Dame, if he would have been from, I don't know, Illinois, he wouldn't have been in the top 4. But he was at Notre Dame, and they have the best publicity machine in college football. They used to put out media guides when I was working in sports information. Their record section was bigger than our media guide. I mean, this thing was like a dictionary with full color all the way through it. That's a great PR machine up there.
Well, the problem is that they have too many graduates from Notre Dame that are in journalism. No, I'm not. I'm being 100% honest on that one, because I see it. Yeah, and I read it, and I've been.
Well, if that were the case, Northwestern would have 10 Heisman winners.
We're a week and a day, and Notre Dame fans are still talking. And guess what? Miami's got a bigger alumni than Notre Dame does.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy. And they're talking about we're going to cost $50 million to ESPN, Disney, ABC for leaving Notre Dame out. Are you cotton picking crazy? Your football program, does not make $50 million in profit a year, and you think it's going to cost ESPN that? What do you think the difference is between Notre Dame and Miami is as far as like getting into the playoffs? I mean, because last year, 4 games they got to play, right? They went to the championship, right? Okay. They were given $20 million. So you're telling me that there's that much profit in it for ESPN that it's not just $20 million, but it's actually another $30 million to make it to $50 million profit, well, for ESPN? No, you're dead wrong. And guess what? Notre Dame's not playing no 4 games this year. They're playing 1, maybe 2 at most, and then they're out.
That's
Seriously.
right. No, you're right. I agree with you. Now, Steve, we're up against the bump, so give us your last thing.
The only national journalist I can think of who went to Notre Dame is Hannah Storm. I'm trying to think of all these journalists from Notre Dame, but I'm sick of the Notre Dame people saying, it was a bias against us. Next year, you got a caveat in the whole thing that says if you finish in the top 12, you're in no matter what.
Right.
That's a Notre Dame bias.
Only team in the country.
And I looked at their schedule. Instead of playing Texas A&M next year, they're going to play Rice.
Yeah.
You can put together a schedule and finish top 12.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Unless the other teams get out.
Hey, instead of playing Purdue, which is in-state, I get it, renew the Michigan rivalry. Do it.
It's a good time to do it.
I don't think they will.
No, they won't. They'll go easiest route. But, Steve, thank you so much for being on with us.
Real quick, they say that this week in Oxford is going to be the biggest game in the history of the state of Mississippi. Brian, what do you think is the one or two bigger games ever?
Here we go.
Well, I can certainly tell you the Egg Bowl's a bigger game in the state, but
I mean in history. Which two individual games?
The big one with Billy Cannon, that was in Louisiana, wasn't it?
Right.
That's a great
I'll give you my two.
Okay.
I'll say Dak and LSU.
Well, the Alabama Mississippi State game was big.
1977, Notre Dame came down to Jackson.
That's right.
And Ole Miss beat them. Only game they lost that year.
Montana was
and they
quarterback,
won the
I think.
national championship. Yeah. So Ole Miss spoiled the perfect season.
Yeah.
And that was a year after the Rudy game, by the way.
Yep.
The other one, you got to go Mississippi State halting the Bama streak 6-3 in Sturgill.
1980, John Bond was a big one. That was a really
and
big one.
Don Jacobs fumbling.
Alabama was number one that year.
We
too.
try to forget those around here, Steve.
John
right,
Bond
guys,
is still never paid for a drink in Starkville.
I'm not sure if Kevin Sluter has or Clay Peter
That's
has
true.
or
That's
anybody
true.
else.
Wait, it's not a dry county?
It is, actually.
It's going to be. All right, Steve. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you coming on, and we'll talk to you next week, my friend.
All right. Howdy.
All right, guys. When we come back, we will talk about a little bit of this Notre Dame talk, and we still got to get in what you guys think about Sharon Moore and Michigan. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson, 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
Get in the game. Call or text us now on the Red 7T studio line. 850-215-6290. Your home for college football. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Round one of the college football playoff starts Friday with the Alabama Crimson Tide facing the Oklahoma Sooners.
There's an interception. Down the sideline, he may go. Touchdown, Eli Bowen.
Alabama comes in favored by 1.5 points against Oklahoma.
And we'll have kickoff at 7.
Right here on your spot for the college football playoffs.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Keep the adventure going this holiday season in a new Kia from Bill Bird Kia during the Season of New Tradition sales event. Bill Bird Kia is now offering 0.9% APR for up to 60 months, plus $1,000 bonus cash on the purchase of a new 2025 Kia Sorento or a new 25 Kia Telluride. You'll get the perfect balance of comfort, safety, and technology. Countdown to savings is going on now. Celebrate the season in style and drive away in a new Kia today. Bill Bird Kia is the home of the 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Stop by and see us at 2435 East 15th Street or anytime at BillBirdKiaPanamaCity.com. Offer from Kia Finance America for the purchase of a new 2025 Kia Sorento or VIN-specific new 2025 Telluride with $1,705 per month per $1,000 financed at 60 months. Quantities limited. $1,000 APR bonus is applied as down payment and no cash value cannot be combined with other finance offers. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. Offer for well-qualified buyers must take delivery from dealer stock through 1/2/26.
PCB Hobby, the beach's premier hobby store for sports cards, comics, coins, and trading card games. PCB Hobby carries the largest selection of boxes and packs from the latest releases of brands like Topps, Panini, Leaf, and more. Looking for a specific player or team? PCB Hobby has a wide assortment of raw and graded cards. They carry parallel rookie, game used, and autographed cards in both modern and vintage. Have a collection you want to sell? We buy, sell, and trade. PCB Hobby on Back Beach Road, just east of Florida Linen. Call 850-320-8388.
You found us inside the CBC Construction Studios.
The Gator Boys are back.
Florida will cut down the nets. Winners of the national championship.
And ready to defend their national title.
The rack. Layup good and one. For the rim. Alley-oop dunk. Smashed down by Condon. Oh, yes, sir. Gets the foul line extended. Rises for three. Bang, he got it. To the rack. Dunks it with two hands.
On your home for Florida basketball.
Catch select Florida Gator basketball games on 104.3 ESPN.
Northwest Florida.
The puck stops here. James Fife is part of the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson right here at 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida. Don't forget, tonight, Monday Night Football, 6 o'clock, Miami at Pittsburgh. You don't want to miss that one. I think it's going to be in the snow, so should be a good one. I think it's going to be fun. But either way, you want to be a part of the show, you can be. You can call in. You can text in on the Red 7T's phone line, 850-215-6290. We also, at the top of the hour, we are going to be giving away a Christmas gift basket from the Boot Store, Anytime Fitness, Golf Plus, Buffalo Rock, and Ferrucci. So it's going to be huge. A bunch of stuff in this. I'll tell you what it is at the beginning. We're going to be taking some callers on that one. It's going to be a prize pack that you don't want to miss. It's going to be pretty awesome. So call in whenever we give you the time to call in. I think we're going to call in and get caller number 10 or something like that, but we'll let you know.
Can I steal some out the basket, please?
No, you cannot. You have to be a winner, Jeffrey.
Dang
and
it,
sometimes
you're telling me I'm not a winner.
I'm telling you at Christmas time, you're not a winner. I'm sorry.
All I win is Lane Kiffin.
Yeah, you won.
For Christmas.
Won. That's all you wanted. You asked
That's all
Santa.
I wanted,
You asked Santa for Lane Kiffin, and you got him.
Yeah,
so
that's
you
probably
won the
because I'm
big
naughty.
package. I guess. I don't know, but I'm going to stay away from that one. But either way, guys, we have to talk about it. Sharon Moore was seen with his wife today.
Wow.
Coming out of a lawyer's office.
Was it a divorce lawyer?
Was she holding a rolling pin?
With
smacking him upside the head?
pushing their daughter in the stroller, and his wife was walking with him. So I don't know the the caveats of what that's going to turn into, but I do know that you guys were not in the building when all this broke on Wednesday, and it was pretty crazy. So either way, I just
I was here. I was here Wednesday.
Yeah, it broke on. Was it Wednesday or
it was Wednesday? But Wednesday night is when he got arrested.
Everything happened.
It was probably right after
he had gotten fired, but it got really bad
after that.
Yeah.
So
butter knives.
Obviously, Michigan is in trouble with all of this. Some of the recruits have already asked for a letter of release for this year's class, which is huge. And the question that I'm asking right now is, are we looking at epic proportions of dysfunction in this college in same way that we looked at Penn State with the Jerry Sandusky? Are we getting close to that? Are we going to see Michigan go down for a while? I understand it's different, but is it going to hurt the football program like Penn State?
So that has everything to do with how the next 2 weeks play out and what they do. I would love to say this is the worst thing that's ever happened at a university. Unfortunately, affairs like this and pay raises and hush money and this, that, or the other happens way too often.
Right.
It's not always with the head football coach, but it happens way too often. So in that respect, no, unfortunately, I don't think it's insane. It's certainly not as bad as Penn State, because while this isn't good and there is the authority structure and you can't do this versus HR, you are talking about consenting adults here versus abuse of children in the Sandusky case. Now, that being said, people have a lot more ability to up and leave now, and so it could decimate the football program more quickly. But by the same token, you can recover it more quickly than what Penn State did. So I don't think necessarily it's as disparaging overall, but that's going to depend a lot on if they remove the athletic director and then they quickly are able to replace them, and then they find a good football coach, which is going to be tough at this point.
Yeah, and the question about it, though, when you look at it, definitely not the same.
Right.
But the cover-up is
it's not good
in the same regard as where I'm going with it. The cover-up, because now there's an independent investigation going to be happening for the athletic director and how they handled it.
They've already had two independent.
about the coach. Now we're talking another independence about the whole operation that everybody knew, the athletic department. So that's where I'm saying, remember Joe Paterno, they asked him, he said he didn't know anything about it. They said he did, and all of this. And that's where it started kind of imploding. I'm wondering if, because you know how hard it is to get an athletic director as well as a head coach, what I'm saying is now that there's going to be an independent investigation outside of the university coming in, now is this going to start to implode? I'm not necessarily talking about what Sharon Moore did in essence to making this hall go away, but it's a whole different ball game if they have to find a new athletic director, if they found this one was tied, if this one was tied and this one was tied.
Oh, Manuel's done.
Then it's all going to go crazy.
Ward Manuel's done.
Yeah.
There's no way around it. And it's not even, I mean, this in and of itself is bad enough, but people, I know Michigan grads who've been defending them all along are like, enough. Too many things have happened under Ward Manuel's leadership. They're done. So there's no way he makes it. And I'll be honest with you, it may not stop with the AD.
That's what I'm saying.
The only thing that I do believe they've changed over presidents. So who was around when?
Right.
This may go bigger than the athletic department. Yeah, it's going to be ugly for the university. The football team, if you're asking about that, though, has everything to do with what hires they're able to make.
Yeah, I just wonder about the hires.
There are Michigan people who are ducking away and trying to be like not in the limelight to bring attention to it.
Oh, I agree. They're not out vociferously, standing up for them the way they have in the previous ones.
Because Desmond Howard, he came out. And then I read one today. This is a day old, okay? Christopher Leak. I can't tear this man down. I stand behind you, Coach Sharon Moore. Life happens and will happen for all of us. He will bounce back. The great ones always do. You have people still coming to his rescue.
I'll be honest with you, man.
And I'm like, this guy's cooked.
Yeah. If it just had been an affair, but the other thing, and then don't forget, as soon as he was released from jail, it's reported and it was shown that he had text messaged one of the girls on one of the websites and said, I can't believe you did this to me. You're trying to destroy me. And so there you go. So it's
never his actions that cause any problem.
That's the thing. And look, we make jokes and this, that, or the other. But the way that this one hit me was, yes, he did it to himself. But I got to say, man, I feel bad for the dude. And I know he did it to himself. He's got nobody to blame. And I don't know that he'll be back, certainly not at the same level. But, it's that old story of Icarus flying too close to the sun. I think a lot of these guys think they're invulnerable.
They don't surround themselves with good people.
Everything had happened. I mean, he was 39 years old. He was head coach of Michigan. He has a win over Ohio State. This guy thought he was completely bulletproof, and he wasn't.
Nope.
And it's sad to watch a guy spiral out of control the way he did on this deal, even if he did it to himself. So I hope he gets himself right, but
can I apologize about one thing? We got misinformed last week that Paige Shivers was 20 years old. She was 32.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll do that. We're going to go to the Red 70s phone line. We got Mike on the line. Mike, how you doing today, my friend?
I'm fine, Paul. How are you?
Doing fantastic, buddy.
Hey, I got a question. Well, it's not really a question, but a comment. I'd be interested in hearing your comments on. Here's what I think. Since Moore got fired, I don't think he'll ever have another college job. With a record like him, I think he's done it, but he'll never get another college job again. Because what's that's going to stop him. That's going to just lose his what's the word I'm looking for? It's going to bring his resume way down if he don't. I doubt if another college would ever hire Moore again with the record he's got right now.
Yeah,
and
well,
I wouldn't want my college team coached by a beater upper or break engineering. What say you?
Yeah, I think this, Mike, I think when you look at it, the college football game, like Brian said earlier, we've seen this before. We've seen this behavior before. Now, obviously, the breaking into the house and threatening and all that, we haven't really seen that as much. But I think that time heals a lot of wounds, and I think that eventually, whether it's in a capacity of an analyst or some kind of offensive coordinator, something like that, I think in the meantime, he will fix himself, get some help, do some of the things that he has to do. And I think we will not, and plus he's so young, I don't think his career is going to be over. I think somebody will give him a chance, and it'll be low level for a while, but eventually we'll all hear about him being a coach.
I'm an optimistic guy, and I agree with you to a certain point, but I don't think any more colleges better take a chance on him. Get someone in there that they can trust to not beat up somebody.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, Brian. Mike, I appreciate the call, my friend.
Here's what's different is we've had Petrino. He coached college again. We've had Free. I know that each thing is slightly different. Petrino's closest. Yeah. But we've had Hugh Freeze. We've had Mike Price. They all coach college again and relatively soon. Now, they had to step down and whatever. I think the thing that makes Moore's a little bit different, why it's going to take him a little bit longer, is the suicidal thoughts and the threats and this, that, or the other. I do think he'll be back at a smaller level. It's going to be a long road back to the big time. But that, to me, is what makes it a little bit riskier, is that suicidal thought thing.
Hey, Mike, I hate to cut you off, my friend, but we are at the break, and we're going to have to go. But thank you so much for calling. We appreciate you.
Oh, Paul, this is my new home radio station with you guys.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, man.
Bye, Paul.
Yes, sir. Have a good day. You know, he brings a good point, because it's going to take a while. It's going to take but we live in a society where second chances are given. This is the first time he's had an offense. This is the first time he's had negative light in his life as far as in the public eye like this. I mean, we've lived through the Pete Roses, we lived through the Tiger Woods, and all of the other coaches that we've talked about. So, I mean, I do think that he'll get his shot. It'll probably be a lower level college, and, once he's done. So either way, we're excited about talking about more of this college football season. When we come back, we're going to discuss a little bit more about some of the bowl games that we got coming up. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Red 70s studio line is now open. 850-215-6290. Your home for college football. ESPN Northwest Florida.
It's going to be the Troy Trojans versus the Jacksonville State Gamecocks in the Salute to Veterans Bowl. Tuesday, live from Montgomery, Alabama. We'll have coverage starting at 8. Can Troy's defense and recent solid performance overcome GSU's strong conference play and turnover margin? Listen live on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And the ESPN Northwest Florida app.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida with your Monday's weather. The remainder of the day, there will be a blustery wind out of the northeast, clear skies, and 50. Clear skies tonight, slightly colder at 37. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and a light breeze right around 7 miles per hour with a high of 60. A bit warmer at 66 Wednesday, and we'll have mostly clouds. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party. It's Thursday. New Hard Rock Bet rewards are dropping.
Nice. Ed Reed, you in?
The only thing I drop is receivers and mics.
Ed, we're talking bonus bets, deposit matches, parlay insurance.
Oh, okay. I'll do that kind of drop.
Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook. Roll with us. New players bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets if you win. Payable in bonus bets. Not a cash offer offered by Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Los Rancheros has been doing it right for 20 years. Los Rancheros brings a top-shelf dining experience to you with the opening of their beautiful new building. Watch all college and pro games on Los Rancheros' 14 large-screen TVs. Blitz with great drink specials daily from 2 to 5 and during all the games. Los Rancheros, the place for live sports and great food. 3rd Street between Jenks and Harrison.
WVLQ Port St. Joe, WGSX, powered by Panama City Toyota.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Round 1 of the college football playoff. Let's go! Friday, Oklahoma hosts Alabama. Then on Saturday, it's Miami at Texas A&M. Followed by Tulane and Ole Miss. And finally, James Madison at Oregon.
Round 1 kicks off Friday with Alabama versus Oklahoma. Pregame starts at 6:30 on 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
If you build it, they will come. We're live from the CBC Construction Studios. Marquee matchups, huge rivalries, and fan favorites. The college football headquarters on the Gulf Coast is 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Sports Blitz.
To the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson right here at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We're live and local right here in the CBC Construction Studio. Don't forget, you can call in, you can text in on the Red 7T's phone line, 850-215-6290. Got Brian in the building, Jeffrey's here, and Jam and Jimmy's in the building as well. And we're pumped up and ready to go. You know, we've got to talk about it. We live in this great state of Florida, and today, that's right. Today we knew possibly this was going to happen, but now it is official. DJ Lagway is leaving the Florida Gators and has entered into the college football portal, the big bad portal. A lot of people was concerned at the beginning when they made the change off of Billy Napier that they were going to figure out whether or not DJ was going to leave. Now, DJ was a big 5-star recruit. Everybody loved him, had that great year. His freshman year when he came in the latter part of the year, did really good against Georgia and some of these other foes. But this year didn't go as planned, played hurt a lot. So I don't want to discount his abilities. I'm just saying he did play hurt a lot. Billy Napier was tied to him. They've been tied at the hip together. Jeffrey, I'm going to start with you. Do you think that him leaving is the right way for him moving forward? Because it said in the reports that the coaching staff really did not connect with him. They didn't meet with him as much as they did with, say, Jaden Baugh and the other guys, DJ Wilson or Wilson, Dallas Wilson. And so either way, you think it's a good move for DJ Lagway to get a new start somewhere else?
Well, starters, you don't make comparisons like that. And to be honest with you, I'm looking at the other two guys. I'm like, Baugh, I mean, come on. That's not even a comparison. So don't take slight that somebody's getting talked to more than you. But I will have to say, you know how coaches are. They like their own guys, right?
Yeah.
And it might be a good decision. We're not on the inside. We don't know all the intricate details. We don't know how some are.
You don't have any insiders for the Florida Gators?
I have one.
Okay.
But it's not Hobzilla.
Oh.
And I hate even... We're talking about a 4-8 team, and I don't even want to consider it as 4-8 team. They're a 3-8 team. You know why? Because Long Island University is not an acceptable team to open the season with. So we're talking about a 3-8
Make a good
team,
iced tea.
and we're talking about them a lot. 3-8, man.
Well, they're an SEC school.
Yeah.
We're in the state of Florida, and we've got a lot of Florida fans.
We do have a lot of Florida fans.
A bunch, a load.
But it's basketball season for them now.
I understand. But it is football season because now their new coach is going to be playing against Ole Miss, and then they've got to get into the portal, and they got to get some more players.
Now, they lost by 35 to Ole Miss. They won't do that again. Tulane will not.
Okay.
But it'd be impressive if he pulls that upset.
Nah.
I mean, it'd be a lot of bandwagon people, but it ain't happening.
No. Brian, DJ Lagway, think it's a good
Probably.
Good deal.
Yeah, because, I mean, he made some comments about Gainesville at one point after he had come out and Trammell Jones had come in that I thought sealed his fate there. And that kind of, I think people forgave him. He walked it back a little bit and everything was kind of fine. It doesn't surprise me when you've had a coaching turnover. Sometimes just a fresh start is what you need. Mm-hmm. Look, I think he's a very talented player. I do think he still has a good future, and I think he could become a great quarterback. It just, for whatever reason, these 2 years didn't work. He didn't get an off season this year. I think we looked way past that.
Yeah.
And, you know, he had a rough go of it. And he really didn't develop because he missed so much time. And he really didn't play all that many games last year. He just had a few flashes. So, you know, maybe going somewhere else would be the place. The question is where, because there's going to be a lot of options. I mean, could you see him? You know, to me, he's a big name still. I think he'd go to a bigger D1 school. But look, where's Billy going? James Madison.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they just played in the playoff, or they're about to play in the playoff. Maybe he goes there. Maybe he goes back to Texas somewhere.
I think the Texas route is going to be the thing.
But see, here's the problem. Like, they're already thinking Rayola's going to go to Texas Tech because there's a lot of rumors about that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of rumors that Bryce Underwood is going to leave Michigan and go to LSU.
Yep.
Because he had committed there initially. Who knows? You know, I mean, I don't know. It just depends. But I do think he still has a future. But this is the shot. He's got to find the right system for him.
Yeah, and
that's it. I don't know what that is.
Do you think the biggest opportunity that he could have is, like, as far as universities go, would be like a Houston or Oklahoma State?
Well, that's the thing. Like, I still believe he can play big-time major football because he played against big-time football players. And like at Georgia, he did so good.
But they went 2-6 in the SEC and lost to Kentucky.
Understandable, but last year he had flashes like what Brian's talking about. But this year,
here's what I do. I would go somewhere that the quarterback most likely has one more year. A big school.
Mm-hmm.
Texas could work. Georgia could work.
Whoa.
He's that talented. But he needs a year. He needs a year to sit in the system, get healthy, learn the system so that he's ready to go day one.
Online reports have been said that Alabama, Oklahoma,
Alabama would be a good landing place for him. Other than, I think they're so bought in on Keelan Russell, I don't think they're going to go after him very hard. I think the biggest thing he needs to do is not look for the place he can play immediately, and I know he wants to. Mm-hmm. Go to a big program, good offensive system, where he can sit for 1 year and then be the guy.
I just wonder with making all the money that he has made at Florida, how he's been the face for the last 2 years there, if he's going to be, if his ego will allow him to go do that. That's the only problem. Will he get in his own way of his development? That's the biggest question, because you don't just go, it's totally different. You got different offenses, you got different ways of doing things, and you can't just, and we've seen that in the NFL, but it's even worse in college. You can't just jump from team to team, and just because you know how to throw an out route or you know how to throw a back shoulder, that doesn't mean you can run that offense. You've got to learn it, you've got to study it, you've got to be that, and that's where, is he going to get in his own way and lose out on the opportunity to make a longevity place where he could really get to be in the NFL.
That's where it depends who else is in his ear, because honestly, I think he's been a pretty level-headed kid from what I've seen so far. He doesn't necessarily have bad habits, and he doesn't necessarily get in trouble and things like that, I think, overall. But when you're starting to talk about your futures, a lot of people want to come in and give you advice, and if he listens to the wrong people, again, I think the worst thing he could do is look for something where he could go in and play immediately.
I think like a TCU would probably fit him best, just because you get back home, you're in Texas. Yeah. If the Texas Tech thing doesn't work out, Texas Tech, to me, before Dylan Raiola went into the portal, was the biggest spot. I think he would make I think he probably would do well there.
I don't think he's going to a big-time program. I think the biggest program for him, if it's SEC, it'd have to be Arkansas, and then if it's not, it's going to be a Big 12, and then maybe a Sun Belt underneath that. That's what I think is potential for him.
I think bigger than Sun Belt. I think bigger than so. I think Big 12. Big 12. Yeah, I think Big 12.
I still think he
low
could go
level.
big.
Yeah, it just depends on. Again, if he's going to get in with his own way.
I can't name another school other than Arkansas, I think, in the SEC that he could go to. It ain't Mississippi State, is it?
Oh, no, he could go there.
Yeah.
Oh, he could go there for sure.
And it depends on what the shakeout happens. There's going to be more shakeout after the playoffs, after all this goes on. What's going to happen with Ole Miss? What's Austin Simmons going to do? Is Trinidad Chambliss going to get another year option, or is he going to have to go to the NFL? All of these things are going to factor in.
Could go to Kentucky.
Yeah, I mean, he could go there too.
Hell, he could go to Florida State.
Yeah, that's an opportunity.
Or Vanderbilt.
Somebody's got to go to Miami.
Vanderbilt just signed a 5-star kid their own.
That's true.
But somebody's got to go to Miami because they don't ever get their own quarterback. They take others.
So somebody was talking. They were talking about somebody going to Miami, and then apparently they've decided they're going to stay. I can't remember who it was though.
Oh, somebody's got to go.
Yeah, I remember hearing that too, and I can't think of who it is off the top of my head.
So let me ask y'all this: now that you heard it when Brian said it, Dylan Raiola,
South Carolina.
Oh, it's Sellers. That's right.
It's Sellers.
That's right.
Dylan Raiola, is he a bigger get than DJ Lagway?
Yes.
He's more day one ready to me. Although both of them, I mean, you got to remember Raiola's coming off of a season-ending injury. I don't know. I think Lagway's upside's higher than Raiola's. I do.
I think it's going to be. It's all about system. I mean, it's got to be. It's got to be system.
So I was reading those two and Sayin were the top 3 quarterbacks in their class, and all 3 now will have transferred.
Yeah, every one of them. Yeah, and
So
this is
new
what
day and age, baby.
This is what we do. Yeah.
Although Sayin was at Alabama for a cup of coffee.
Yeah, that was it. Not very long. If you look at the others, though, and even the Heisman trophies for the last 3 years as well, they've all transferred. So that's what it is. I mean, this is what we're doing.
But I mean, that was the case. I mean, that isn't a brand new phenomenon. I mean, Daniels was a transfer, Mayfield was a transfer. I mean, it's been happening. Yeah, hell, you go way back. The original transfer in my mind, Troy Aikman was a transfer. They had to sit a year.
Oklahoma to UCLA.
They had to sit a year.
But he didn't win the Heisman.
He did not. But he was number 1 pick.
Yeah,
you're right.
So, with that being said, you never did say, do you think Dylan, you said yes, that Dylan Raiola is the better quarterback in that. So, do y'all think that Jaden Ball, because it has been reported that he has basically filtered all of his Instagram, all of his X stuff, and taken Florida out of it? Do you think now that the free fall is about to happen for the Florida Gators, and with that being, so you're saying yes, you're saying possible?
Well, I think that's 2 questions. I think cleaning out your, Instagram and all that stuff, which is important to the kids these days, to me, that's smart negotiating. Even if you're not going to leave, do that so they think you might and get you more money. Seriously.
Well, they definitely went after him.
If that's the game, why not play it?
He was the first one they talked to when they got there.
If he's leaving, it's going to be because his relationship is tight enough with the running back coach that he wants to follow him to Texas. In my mind. That's the only way he leaves to me, because I do think he's really loved his time as Florida. I think if he follows that coach to Texas, that's the only destination I see him wanting to take.
So if Ball leaves, Jaden Ball leaves, and Dallas Wilson leaves, those are 2 of their best players, along with DJ Lagway, whether you thought he was their best player or not. But their offense now has been depleted with stars that Billy brought in with their recruiting class.
But it was their defense that was winning games, and they only won 4. But anyway, the defense that was,
of course,
was really.
And one of their defensive backs has already been into the portal. But what I'm saying is it looks like it's going to be a free fall here.
Bad.
So
get you some new ones.
So is the free fall? We know that you got to have good players to win. So the question now is him coaching Tulane, has it now handicapped his approach to start instead of being like Kiffin, go ahead and then locking down his people instead of staying at Ole Miss and coaching? So now we got 2 separate occasions here. We've got Kiffin did not stay. Obviously, he wanted to or said he did. They didn't allow him to. And now we've got Summerall staying at Tulane and now the free fall seems to be happening over here, but it doesn't seem like it's happening over here. Yeah. Or is that a coincidence, or is that by default?
They're different scenarios, completely. I mean, I think by the end of it, the Ole Miss players didn't want anything to do with Kiffin, and they're all bought in on who stayed.
Right.
So I think it's different. Whereas with Florida, I don't know that it's even, they were not buying in on Summerall or that he hasn't been there or anything. I think just situationally, some of these guys have some opportunities that maybe some of the players at Ole Miss didn't. I think Lagway and Ball command bigger money and bigger interest maybe than, even a Chambliss, even though I think Chambliss is a much better product at this point, and Kawan Lacey's a great running back for Ole Miss, but the situations are different. The problem for Summerall is, as good as he can be at balancing, it's never easier than it would be if you were there full time.
Right.
So it's going to be tough. But I don't think any of those guys are leaving because Summerall's not there. I think it's going to be harder to replace them quickly with quality because Summerall's not there.
Yeah.
So if you're Florida, you certainly are pulling for Ole Miss.
You definitely love it. You love the fact that Lane is already there. You would not want your head coach coaching. Realistically, let's just open it up. Yeah. You wouldn't want him coaching against Ole Miss right now if he had another team, if he was coming from a low-level team like that. Because let's just be honest, they've already lost to him once. I know you said it's not going to be by 35 again. Yeah. But there's a 1% chance that they might upset Ole Miss, if even that? But you wouldn't want that at LSU. No. You'd want him there now getting our stuff going.
But the thing is, I hate to even bring character into it because it's Lane Kiffin, right? but
LSU's not in a bad
for the
place.
Course.
We're not in a bad
That's
place.
Right.
But the fact that Summerall's not over in Gainesville and talking to these kids, it means something.
It has to matter.
It does. It does matter. And I'm sorry. In that situation, I do have to say that Summerall not being there is making a difference, and it's not for the good.
And the thing is like when you look at it, it kind of goes to what you're saying, though. They're different. The ones that are already dropping are different types of kids. They're the ones that are calling for the money. Summerall has built this whole mantra of, we're going to get it done and we're going to do this and we're going to do that. And those guys are more into, you do it with the stars. You do it in the SEC with stars. You don't do it with a bunch of 2 and 3 stars and I'm going to coach you up and be able to win a national title.
Yeah,
No. That doesn't fly. Pay me my $3 million, my $4 million, and then we'll get this thing going. I'll get him to stay. I'll get him to stay. And then this is how this big time boy football works. That's what I'm saying. That's kind of where I think that's kind of the whole thing, because that was one of the things that was said, is that a lot of the attention, if you would, has been placed on Jaden Ball. And now that the running backs coach is going to Texas, and if that connection, there you go. You could see that. And then, I think that the social media aspect of it, this matters to those guys. Having a brand matters to those guys. And if Texas comes out with, $1 million more than Florida is going to get, and I don't love this coach anyway because he didn't even recruit me. We just had some talks, and he's coaching some other low-level team anyway. That's where I'm going with it. That's and that's why I think that to me, that's really what I think is the deal. And let's read some of the Facebook. By the way, my dude in the blue looks cold. Just so you know, somebody said that.
Well, it was cold outside this morning.
Cold outside.
That's what happens when you get old.
That's right. Summerall is gutting UF, even telling the good players to hit the bricks.
What?
So that's
not a good situation.
Something. That's something that's being
that's not good
out there.
No, because I've run restaurants, and I know it's a totally different thing. But you don't get rid of everybody. You have to figure out what's going on. And guess who knows what's going on in the restaurant?
Everybody,
it's your workers.
Yeah.
So you have to learn from them, and then you install and you be the manager and everything, and then you lose the people that you don't want to lose and everything. You don't go in there with a wrecking ball and just knock everything down.
Well, and that's the case where you're looking at Florida right now, and they got to have some similarity for these guys that are there.
Yeah.
So, like, if all
not
of your
replacing
coaches
all 60 players,
right? But if
like
your
that.
coaches are leaving that you were connected to, and you're a star, it's so hard. And then if they're going somewhere else that has more money, like Texas or some of these other places, it still alludes back to him. What Brian's point was is that the money and the popularity. I mean, you couldn't say Florida Gators in the last 2 years without mentioning DJ Lagway. He is the Florida Gators.
When ETN left the Gators to go to Georgia, I was shocked because you don't see people go to their bitter rival like that. Okay, where's Ball from? Atlanta.
That's true.
Boom.
I mean, Georgia could be in play with
That's
him. I would
shocking.
just be surprised. I still think if he leaves, it's Texas.
Yeah. Oh, no, I trust me. I'll go on that. And Arch is going to be more seasoned than last year. And trust me, it didn't go as planned.
Either way, we're going to take our break. And when we come back, we're going to talk to Todd. He's in the building already here from PCB Hobby. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Text him now on the Red 7T studio line. 850-215-6290. Your home for college football. ESPN Northwest Florida.
It's going to be the Troy Trojans versus the Jacksonville State Gamecocks in the Salute to Veterans Bowl. Tuesday, live from Montgomery, Alabama. We'll have coverage starting at 8. Can Troy's defense and recent solid performance overcome GSU's strong conference play and turnover margin? Listen live on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And the ESPN Northwest Florida app.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Monday. For tonight, clear skies and a low of 37 with a light wind at 7 miles per hour coming out of the east-northeast. Tomorrow morning, sunshine with temps around 53. In the afternoon and evening, clear with a light breeze and a temperature near 60. Moving into Wednesday, about the same with a high of 65 and mostly cloudy. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Your goals matter, and at Anytime Fitness Panama City, they're ready to help you crush them. With expert coaching, personal training, and virtual workouts through the Anytime Fitness app, you'll have all the support you need inside the club and beyond. Limited time only. Join today for just $1 down and start your fitness journey now. Don't wait. Visit 107 West 23rd Street, Suite W8, or call 850-818-8184. Anytime Fitness. Let's make healthy happen.
PCB Hobby, the beach's premier hobby store for sports cards, comics, coins, and trading card games. PCB Hobby carries the largest selection of boxes and packs from the latest releases of brands like Topps, Panini, Leaf, and more. Looking for a specific player or team? PCB Hobby has a wide assortment of raw and graded cards. They carry parallel rookie, game used, and autographed cards in both modern and vintage. Have a collection you want to sell? We buy, sell, and trade. PCB Hobby on Back Beach Road, just east of Florida Linen. Call 850-320-8388.
The Gator Boys are back.
Florida will cut down the nets. Winners of the national championship.
And ready to defend their national title.
The rack. Layup good and one. Up for the rim. Alley-oop dunk. Smash down by Condon. Oh, yes, sir. It's the foul line extended. Rises for three. Bang, he got it to the rack. Dunks it with two hands.
On your home for Florida basketball.
Catch select Florida Gator basketball games on 104.3 ESPN.
Northwest Florida.
The Sports Blitz. 100% live and local from the CBC Construction Studios. Eat, sleep, game. This is your sports obsession. ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Sports Blitz.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson right here at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We're live and local in the CBC Construction Studio. Don't forget, you can call in. You can text in on the Red 7T's phone line, 850-215-6290. Don't forget tonight, Monday Night Football at 6 o'clock, Miami at the Steelers. And we're so glad to have back in the States instead of being in Japan, now we have the captains back in the building. Todd with PCB Hobby. How you doing today, Todd?
Doing good. Happy Monday, everybody. Yeah, we're doing great. I'm in a mood today.
All right.
Oh, Lord.
I got to tell you guys, I'm in a mood today.
Better update my resume.
I'm in the mood of I don't know what mood I'm in.
Okay. Well, we know
I'm
your
all over
wife's
the
not
place.
here.
Do you know what state you're in?
No, because I was in Japan last week. Anyways, just got back from Japan, had a wonderful time. We had a Tokyo Comic Con over there. It was business only. We did not go for fun, unfortunately, this time. Last year we did go for fun. We got to see the area and stuff like that. But we did bring a group of people. We had about 8 of us there, and plus Frank Miller's crew. So it was quite busy.
I'd say,
to say the least, keeping everybody in check, what we're doing, where we're going, where we're eating, who we're hanging out with, blah blah blah. So it was busy the whole time, really. I got a little bit of sleep though. I mean, it wasn't that bad. I was shocked, to be honest with you. I was getting 5-6 hours at night, which is my normal sleep schedule here. So I thought, okay, I'm doing pretty good. And I made it through it, and it was what it was. But Frank Miller experience was awesome. We got to meet also Jim Lee. Jim Lee is a hero in the comic book world as well. Got to meet Peach Momoko as well. She's a very renowned artist that everybody loves in Japan because she's from Japan. Mm-hmm. So her lines are always insane. So it was a lot of fun. We had a good time. And we got a lot of books signed by her. We got a lot of books signed by Frank and a lot of books signed by Jim. So we're going to have a lot of inventory that's going to be coming back from CGC and raw inventory that we're selling off right now. So that was good. Great trip. Bill got to go. First time in Japan, so that was cool for him. Hazel got to go. Of course, Sharon was there with me. Judson got to go. Big Kern. Yeah. Big Kern went last year. Judson went last year. And Big Kern's wife, Anna Banana, came. So that was cool. Nice. So that was a second time repeat for them. And they knew what to do. They were all very helpful. And we got to take Sajjad Shah. Sajjad Shah is the artist that works for PCB Hobby. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so that was really cool. And everybody tore his stuff up too. They loved it.
Well, that's cool. What was the weather like? I mean, I don't know what
50s to 60s. Not too bad. Not too cold. It is much colder here right now.
Yeah.
I can tell you that right now.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What was the most exciting find that you found over there?
The most exciting find was being able to actually, for me, the business aspect of it was amazing. Mm-hmm. Like, I got to see CB Cebulski. He's the chief and editor of Marvel. He came over, personally asked me, could he come and say hey to Frank and stuff like that. So I said, of course, sure, come up on stage with me, blah, blah, blah. Cool. And so that was neat. Jim Lee came over. There were several other old school artists that came over that we were all in a premiere section of Artist Alley. So that was cool. And they all came over and personally asked if they could meet Frank. They've met Frank, but if they could talk with Frank, take a picture, hang out for a minute. And so we sometimes would stop the line for that. So it was cool. But just seeing the fans was probably one of the most amazing things.
All different ages?
All different ages, all different groups, American, UK, Japanese, everywhere, from everywhere. Australia, you just name it. Various people living there. The coolest thing for me, you asked me the coolest thing, technically, I got to go to a party. An actual Japanese guy, his name's Hiro. And Hiro invited me to his party. And I said, and I knew a couple of the Americans that were going to go. And so I was like, yeah, you know what, I'll go. Sure enough, I showed up. Well, it was such a party. We ended up moving 3 times, different locations. Oh, wow. Yeah, it was late, too.
Closing it down.
Oh, yeah. And you know me. If I'm going to go strong, I'm going to go all the way.
Wow.
So it was good. We get to a bar, and this is, look, I am by no means have some big head over, paying for things or I'm going to throw money around. But when it's $2 per person, all you can drink, I paid for the whole bar. It was like $48.
Let me ask you this. Did you wear your captain's hat?
I did the whole time.
Nice.
And they come up to you at the con and they take pictures with you.
Yeah.
The Japanese ladies do. Yeah, they're like, and they motion, and you know exactly what they want. So you walk over there, put your arm around them, their friend takes a picture. It's hilarious.
Funny.
It's hilarious. So we had an outstanding time. But that was my most fun time.
Oh, that's great.
There was cool. Going to the park.
That's memorable not only for them but for you too.
For both sides. Met some crazy people. One guy was the marketing director of Bandai, One Piece. all those products we carry. He was the marketing director. Just I know him and I were walking to the next venue together, just chit chatting. And one guy was a Dragon Ball Z. He was the voice actor of the main character in Dragon Ball Z. Got to meet an older guy. Then there was an older woman there. She was a main actor too. I mean, it was insane. Yeah. All the people that were there and like who you could actually meet. It was amazing.
Was it set up the same way like they do in America?
It was not fully. It was, but it wasn't. Yes, this year it was. Last year it wasn't. Last year Artist Alley was separated. So only all the artists were in a bigger area, larger area. And then the con itself with all the booths and the cool, setups and all that stuff were in another area. This year it was all together. Except they had it sectioned off where Artist Alley was next to the con, but it was all in the main area. And then they had a stage and all kinds of stuff. Frank got to go up on the stage. Jim Lee was up there. Several people. Apparently, not Robert Downey Jr., but the guy who did Pirates.
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp showed up.
What?
Yeah, so Johnny Depp was there. It was, I'm telling you.
No, man.
It was nuts.
You're my age.
Hold on, time out. Jeff, that's like his man crush. You just made his life.
You joke about this stuff. I was looking up comps on a comic book today, and I came across one that was $14,000. I was like, how's that $14,000? It's signed by Stan Lee. Oh, no. Robert Downey Jr. had signed it. Yeah. And it was graded a 9.8. So $14,000. Johnny Depp was signed something like that. Same thing. It'd be $14,000. Boom. Right. And you can't even find hardly any comic books that have pirates on it. So, of the Caribbean. So, I mean, it was cool. It was real cool. Anyways, I'm sitting on the plane going there. And there's a guy right across the aisle from me. And he talks a couple times, so I could hear he was English. And I was like, hey, where are you from? Oh, Orlando, blah, blah, what do you do? Oh, I'm, help with production of blah, 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 blah. So next thing you know, he's coming through the line, right, for Frank Miller. And I'm like, hold up. What are you doing over here? He's like, yeah, I'm working the con. Johnny Depp's coming. And so he was part of his handler.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, golly. So anyways, I gave him some free books and said, go up and get a picture with Frank and everything. We were really nice to him.
Nice.
But so we thought it was pretty cool. We just made a lot of connections. Yeah. It was a good time.
Christina Ricci was there too, right?
Yes, she was. Yeah, Christina Ricci was there. Yeah, my wife's on there telling you right now. I can see.
No, I did my research. I'm a very good interviewer.
I always tell everybody I have a PhD, and she's sitting right there.
Yeah.
Anyways,
she just said you're out of control. By the way.
Yeah, whatever.
I'd love to see Sharon's face when all the girls were coming up trying to get the pictures. That's what I would have been.
No, I did it when she wasn't with me.
There we go.
Last thing I need is Mama Jelly. You know what I'm saying?
I was thinking of Johnny Depp just the other day. I do not lie.
He's still on Johnny Depp.
Yeah, I mean, there's certain people like when you meet them, you're
amazing.
I mean, it was amazing.
Amazing, yeah.
It's like bigger than life.
It was so cool. But I don't get starstruck though. I'm weird like that. It's the weirdest thing for me.
Well, you're working.
My mind must just be in work mode. I guess I don't know. I'm like trying to handle Frank Miller and no, don't take any pictures. I'm going like this, no pictures, and I'm like, okay, you stand over there, you do this, and everyone's like, oh, it's Frank Miller, and like freaking out, and I'm like, he puts his pants on the same way I do.
Yeah, but no,
there's wrong with you people.
There's certain levels because
there's certain levels, right?
I've met NFL quarterbacks at the airport and just look at them. I'm like, okay, and then I've musicians, same deal. But for some reason, maybe when I was younger, I met Dan Marino.
Yeah, there you go.
And
that would be like that. Dan Marino's an icon.
I couldn't talk to him. I really just shut down.
I bet you couldn't.
But then there's other people like the other day. There's the reason why I was thinking about Johnny Depp was because, the whole Amber Heard thing, and they said he's not going to do any more Pirates with Disney, right?
Right.
And Russell Brand came through the airport,
Oh, cool.
Again, because he has a place over in 30A.
Right.
And I was talking to him and everything, and I was like, you know what? He could be a great person to be in the next Pirates movie.
Yeah.
And him running across the sand and everything, I could totally see it.
You could totally see it. Okay, I know exactly what you're saying too. Oh my God, that's funny.
So
crazy.
You want to talk about what's coming up? Because
what's coming up?
It's a hell of a week.
Big stuff.
I didn't authorize that yet, so no. How about that?
I have no releases.
What are you trying to do? Steal my show?
I'm getting told what to do. So the boss.
The real boss.
That's right.
All right, what you got, Brian? Let's go.
Yeah, you just got the rug pulled out from under you. So huge week. I mean, we had a big week last week with Chrome Update came out, and it's just been nuts, the hunt for all the patches. But this week, just listen to some of these things. National Treasures Racing, which is high-end product.
Amazing.
All right, we'll get that out of the way because on Wednesday, Cosmic Chrome Baseball, one of the greatest sets every year, that comes out. Chrome Update Mega Boxes, so a little more affordable option. You can still chase the debut patches, and those
I smell
those
Christmas
drop
presents.
on Wednesday as well.
Yeah.
In fact, those are in the shop. We know they're there. Topps Heritage High Number Baseball, really
That's always
fun. They
popular.
put them on an old style card. The current players.
I used to collect those sets.
Yeah, they're great. This year it's the 1976 set that they're using. Those are in the shop. We can start selling those on Wednesday. Thursday's the day.
Yep.
Topps Chrome basketballs return after about 15 years away. Thursday, and it's going to be huge. And there's a lot of different levels of it. I can go on and tell you guys, it's going to be an expensive product.
Oh, yeah.
It is crazy, the demand for this, but
If you have
so
enough money,
cool.
put a box away.
Cooper Flags,
Telling you.
all the rookies, but you think LeBron is signing, Steph Curry is like all these guys, you know, it's
And some of
it's
them
an
are multiple cards,
right, it's an
too.
Oh, yeah,
opportunity that has not been around in a long time. I can't explain to you how big this is. Then you've got soccer products this week. You've got Merlin, which is the best stock of card they ever make. That comes out on Friday, so if you're into soccer. And if you see me in the shop banging my head against the wall on Thursday, it won't be because of the mad rush for Topps Chrome basketball. But there's a product also coming out that, as much as I hate to say it, in some circles could be just as big. And it's the reason I'm going to be banging my head against the wall. I'm not making this up. On Thursday, Topps Chrome Labubu comes out. If you don't know what this stuff is,
That's going to be so hot.
then you're over 20.
That's
But
gonna be so hot.
It is crazy how into
it is.
these things. And so, yes, I will be the one over there going, what are we
Now, is
doing?
that a cheaper option?
Now wait.
I don't know.
Now wait. Did you just say they were making Labubu cards?
Topps Chrome Labubu.
Yep,
Okay,
it's big.
I think I threw up in my mouth a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
It's big.
Really?
Labubu is
It
big.
will be crazy big. I will be the guy in the corner screaming at the
I
sky.
literally,
I'll probably be buying
I
some.
literally own the company, and I had no idea.
Yeah, I didn't either.
That's bad. That's real bad.
They heard me out front when I saw it come across the wire in the back, and I went, what?
Oh, no way.
Nice.
But I get it. I mean,
I'm just kidding,
It is
everybody.
crazy.
It's gonna
Explain
be
to
good.
everybody what Labubu is if you don't
so
know.
It's some little demon doll. I don't know what it is.
So Labubus are little dolls that they make, and they're surprise dolls. So it's basically a mix of your blind box that everybody calls, and then you can get different ones. South Park even did an episode. It was hilarious.
It was
perfect. Perfect, right. So they've gone crazy over these. Well, there's a rare one, and the rare one is this gray one that everyone's looking for. But they've made so many knockoffs, and there's so many fakes out there. It's just so hard. So it's interesting they're making cards. Actually, good idea.
Yes.
Because cards are a lot less faked, honestly, and probably will hold a little bit better value than a furry animal. Need I say Beanie Babies? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It was what it was. True. Now they produce too many. They probably produce too many Labubus. If they limit the run on the cards of Labubu cards, probably got a good pull.
It's kind of like Cabbage Patch Kids.
Kind of.
That's exactly what I was thinking of.
That's it. And some of those, and Garbage Pail Kids cards.
That's
and
right.
stuff like
Yeah,
that.
that's
I'm
what I was
telling
gonna
you.
ask.
Yeah.
Are the cards going to kind of look like a GPK thing? 'Cause
Nah, probably not going to look like it, but I actually don't know. He's probably
It's not.
seen it.
It's not going to be like this big set of cards.
Right.
It's going to be like the box.
It's probably just the characters.
It has like a couple of different things, like a keychain thing, and actually in the keychain it actually has like a magnetic where you can put a Labubu card in. It's actually really smart.
Oh, neat.
And then it has like a pack that has like 5 or 8 or whatever Labubu cards.
Well, they probably
And
have
do
some rare
numbered
ones. I was going to say
yeah.
numbered ones, parallel, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's...
So yes.
Yeah, so yes, it'll be different than Garbage Pail Kids, but Garbage Pail Kids are hot.
And Rookies and Stars football, I didn't even get to that.
I was gonna
That comes
ask
out
you-
this week.
I thought it was Prism or something, because I saw the Panini
Rookies
cases.
and Stars,
Rookies and
and Prism Draft Picks is already out, but now the Blasters are out.
Ah, that's what it is.
I mean, it is a crazy week just in time for Christmas, and we've already got all the stuff that came out last week, which was a crazy week. So I mean, it's packed in there, but
Just
a
in
lot
time
of this
for
stuff's
Christmas.
going to go quick. As
And
we get
your
closer to
people
Christmas.
that are there, they're going to be able, because I know we just said a lot. He ran off 5 or 6, 7 different ones. You can ask those people there. They will tell you. They will help you. you can even reference Brian. Brian was talking about this one. This is the one I want to know about. What about this one? What about that one? And they'll go through all the price structures. They'll go through all of the boxes, how many cards is in there, what are your guarantees are.
Right.
And it actually says it on the box. Right. But your people tell everybody, they educate you on what the good stuff is and what is in there.
Topps Chrome basketball is going to be gone in a second.
Yeah.
I can tell you right now, you better line up Thursday morning. I'm not joking. It will be gone. And if you have the money, if you have any extra disposable income, like in a savings account or something, buy one box. Don't even know. I'm telling you, in years you will be like, you might have a $20,000 box. You really might.
It's the perfect storm. It's a good rookie class. It's got good vet autos you haven't seen in a while, and it's the first time back. All of that matters.
It all matters, yeah.
What's the difference in the first box that came out and then to this one? Because you had the first Topps that came out,
right? Chrome,
but it's not
paper.
Yeah,
quality.
Yeah,
print run quality. Chrome has always seen this better because it's a nicer card, shiny,
right?
And all like that. The print run is smaller. Flagship is designed to get into the hands of everybody.
And I want to say they did Finest before they did Chrome back then. So way back when, I think it was 92,
originally,
93, they did Finest, and then they
would do Stadium Club, then Finest, then into Chrome. That's right.
Yeah. But so Chrome was always really renowned as, it's almost like Bowman Chrome in a way, but Topps Chrome basketball is just phenomenal.
Yep. So give us the address and tell us what the hours are.
So remember, guys, we're at 11939 Panama City Beach Parkway. We're 10 to 6 Monday through Sunday, pretty much.
Saturday.
12 to 6. 12 to 6 on Sunday. And the reason I say most of the time is because sometimes we're open late on Thursday and Friday nights because of nightly play. But you usually don't bring your coins in at 10 o'clock at night.
Right.
So it's more for the nightly play people, and everybody knows who's there. So anyways, phone number 850-320-8388.
And we'll be closed Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
Correct.
So make sure you come in by the 23rd to get the last minute shopping.
As far as
on the 26th, when everybody's got Christmas money, we're going to be open at 10 a.m.
And as far as I know, we are going to be open New Year's Day.
Awesome.
New Year's Day. Okay.
Well, thank you so much, Todd. We appreciate it. When we come back, we've got a big giveaway. Don't forget, we're about to do it. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Reach out and smack someone. Call or text now. 850-215-6290. The Red 7T Studio Line. Your home for college football. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Round 1 of the college football playoffs starts Friday with the Alabama Crimson Tide facing the Oklahoma Sooners.
There's an interception. Down the sideline, he may go. Touchdown, Eli Cohen.
Alabama comes in favored by 1.5 points against Oklahoma.
And we'll have kickoff at 7.
Right here on your spot for the college football playoffs.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
PCB Hobby, the beach's premier hobby store for sports cards, comics, coins, and trading card games. PCB Hobby carries the largest selection of boxes and packs from the latest releases of brands like Topps, Panini, Leaf, and more. Looking for a specific player or team? PCB Hobby has a wide assortment of raw and graded cards. They carry parallel rookie, game used, and autographed cards in both modern and vintage. Have a collection you want to sell? We buy, sell, and trade. PCB Hobby on Back Beach Road, just east of Florida Linen. Call 850-320-8388.
Your NFL and college football headquarters is Dak Cajun Place. With 27 TVs, you won't miss a play or a game. Score 50-cent wings during live games every Monday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. 50-cent wings. And $5 pitchers during live games only at Dak Cajun Place. LSU and Saints fans, wear your team colors and get free Jell-O shots when LSU or the Saints score. Plus brunch on Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 2 with $3 mimosas. Game like a local at Dak Cajun Place.
Round 1 of the college football playoff. Let's go! Friday, Oklahoma hosts Alabama. Then on Saturday, it's Miami at Texas A&M. followed by Tulane and Ole Miss. And finally, James Madison at Oregon.
Round 1 kicks off Friday with Alabama versus Oklahoma. Pregame starts at 6:30 on 104.3 ESPN in Northwest Florida.
Broadcasting from the CBC Construction Studios. This is the Sports Blitz. We don't just talk sports. We start fires. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson right here at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Don't forget, you can call in, you can text in on the Red 7T's phone line, 850-215-6290. Tonight, Monday Night Football, 6 o'clock, right after the show. Miami at Pittsburgh. Going to be some snow time over there. Here we go, guys. You've been waiting for it. Now we're going to open the phone lines, 850-215-6290. We're going to take caller number 10 for the Christmas box. You're going to have Boot Store, free membership to Anytime Fitness, Golf Plus, prize sleeve of TP5X golf balls, Buffalo Rock, a $50 Ferrucci's gift card as well. So caller 10 right now, we are going. You are going to receive it. The phones are already starting to line up. Go ahead and start calling, and that's going to do it. James is going to get you going because it's going to be good. The Boot Store, I know there's a gift card. The Anytime Fitness, again, it's the same thing. Golf Plus is giving away those golf balls. Those are some good golf balls, by the way, Buffalo Rock and Ferrucci. So it's going to be pretty awesome. James is handling the phone lines. Guys, we don't want to not talk about it. We got to talk about it. Patrick Mahomes, he has been injured last night. So since 1998, this is going to be the first year that we haven't had somebody with the last name of Manning, Brady, or Mahomes playing quarterback in the playoffs. So, big
Why
deal.
Why do you say that?
Big
Phillip
deal.
Rivers just came back. Maybe Brady's coming back.
Maybe Brady's coming back.
Breeze is coming back.
What
are y'all laughing at?
Yeah. I mean, but I'm just saying. And you know what? Rivers didn't look bad. He didn't look bad.
No.
He didn't look bad at all.
Did you see his high school was celebrating?
Yeah, they were celebrating, which is pretty awesome.
Touchdown.
Yeah,
that is cool.
So, but yeah, if you've got a caller, did you get him on? Or is he going to just
We got a winner on the line, so here we go.
All right, you are caller number 10. Who am I speaking with?
Well, this is Christopher Multiconti.
Oh, Christopher Multiconti! You are the winner of the Christmas basket, man.
Boom.
And that is awesome, buddy. I'm so glad for you.
It's that hurricane luck.
Yeah, it's that hurricane luck. How do you feel about that, Chris? Are you pretty excited? You going to take Jeffrey to Ferrucci's with you?
No.
I might. I didn't even know it was on the line. I just heard you say start calling. I watch on my phone, so
there you go.
Here we are. I think I was all 10 callers. What's up?
That's awesome. So what I'm telling you is you got the luck of the draw. So this is good for Miami football. Would you say that?
Oh, absolutely. Can't wait till Saturday.
That's right. You want to give us? Have you given us a prediction yet?
As Clubber Lang would say, pain.
Pain. That's what I'm talking about. So the Aggies are going to feel the pain of the hurricane.
They're going to have to shut down Reed, their quarterback for A&M. And
I tell you what, they're going to have to shut down Reuben Bain because after what that right tackle said about Bain, I don't think it's going to be too good of a day for that guy.
Miami's actually a bad matchup for A&M. It really is. Like Miami, they're the team A&M did not want to see. The only thing that could hurt Miami, if Beck is off and turns the ball over, that could be a problem just scoring enough points. But Miami's defense is going to give Texas A&M fits. They really are.
And they're mad.
Yeah.
They are mad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they don't like it. Well, I'll tell you this, Chris. Thank you so much. James is going to keep you on the line, get some information from you. And you know what? I'm going to go old school on you. Chris, where can you find great gift boxes that give away that you can win? What's the station name?
ESPN Northwest Florida.
That's right. My man. That's right. Appreciate it, Chris. Have a great day. James is going to take the rest from you. But, yeah, you're right about that game.
We gave away those Jaguar tickets 48-20. I watched the fourth quarter of that one, and it was kind of crazy in the fourth quarter, but whoever won those tickets, man, they got a good game to go watch.
They did, and Trevor Lawrence did something that no other quarterback's ever done. I mean, the stats line that he put up was there's never been another NFL quarterback to ever do it. It was all like 5 different categories. I don't have that written down, but it was something to see. And you know what? Let's talk about that for a second. We got about 8 minutes to go. Trevor Lawrence
looks like
shockingly, shockingly has found his person. You know what I mean? Liam Cohen has made Trevor Lawrence play because nobody else has. There's been other people.
Yeah.
He didn't play this good at Clemson. He is playing the best football he's ever played in his life.
You must forget that national championship game.
One game I don't want to listen.
Especially the second quarter, though.
He's had flashes. I can tell you, to me, in a weird, and I don't know why, because I wouldn't have thought this, but the signing of Jacoby Myers seems to be the last piece of that puzzle. It's just everything's clicked since then.
Yes.
So, I mean, they're a fun team to watch. I'm not 100% sure their defense can be strong enough in the playoffs, but offensively, they're a heck of a football team.
Okay, I asked at the beginning of the season. Remember what I asked? I said, is Trevor Lawrence like a 10, 11, or 12 best quarterback in the league? And you said,
I said no. I said absolutely
Is
not.
he now?
Yes.
Okay.
He is.
He's
It has to
play
be.
this year, he is.
Yeah, based off of this year alone, yes.
This year alone.
And I mean, and what's the difference? Liam Cohen. Don't forget who the guy was. Liam Cohen, look at what he did with Baker Mayfield. He gave Will Levis an opportunity to play in the NFL. I mean,
he did go to the Rams and get fired.
He did, but different deal there.
I mean, look, he's done a good job. I'm just saying he's not infallible, but he's done a good job.
I think with, every team has to have it. They have to have 2 wide receivers now. You have to, and theirs is really good. It seems like what you said about Myers has really prompted Brian Thomas to play really good, and that's the deal.
It's just I can't explain it any better than it's just that last piece that makes everything work. Like by itself, I think he's a good receiver.
Right.
By itself, that shouldn't be the thing, but it just makes everything work. It's opened up things for ETN. They're using him differently now. Thomas has got a renewed sense about things. They're using the tight end better now. Everything is working.
And
it's impressive.
Do you remember at the first of the year when they had their losses, when they had some issues, and Liam Cohen called him out in front of everybody, and it was like he didn't like it. It didn't look good, and it seemed like that was kind of the first time he had ever had that. Not that I'm saying that it is, but it just seemed like it. But them two have just been like it's working. I mean, and yeah, will it last? Who knows? But it's definitely caused. They're number 1 in their division. Yeah. Duval is fired up.
Colts are sliding out. Texans are hanging around.
Texans are staying. But I'm telling you, the Jaguars, nobody really wants to play them right now. Can they keep it that long? Did they peak too early? Who knows?
What scares me is that, let's say they're the 3 seed. Okay, because the Steelers-Ravens division's kind of,
Yep.
So they pull a 6. I don't know if it's going to be Bills, could be Patriots, could be Chargers. It's really not. Those aren't too good of matchups. I would actually like them to play the Texans and probably school the Texans. I think they could beat the Texans in the playoffs.
See, I think with their offense, though, I think they could play with the Patriots.
Yeah,
I do, and I think that they match up well with the Patriots. And I think their defense. I think their defense is athletic. I think the Jaguars is athletic, where they're not. So I think that, with the rush that they provide, the linebackers they have and the DBs that they have, I think they would really play the Patriots really well.
Yeah.
And Brian made a good point about ETN. Travis Etienne is really taking a hold of that running back position, and they're doing all kinds of stuff with him, whether it's just doing little drop passes, little screens, and just really being able to run off tackle with having Sunshine being able to be elusive running the ball too.
If you look at the teams, theoretically, assuming this all plays out, they're either going to be playing the Patriots or Bills, the Texans or the Chargers.
Yeah.
Of those 4 teams, I want to see the Patriots. It's no knock on the Patriots.
Yeah.
They're the least battle-tested of that group. That's the team I want to see.
And the hardest Bills are a little bit of a challenge for the Patriots this last week.
Bills have got a lot of playoff experience, and they're on the uptick.
And they
they've got the best. And they got the best player in the NFL right now.
Who's that? Josh Allen?
Josh Allen.
He had a good week.
He's the most out of all those guys.
The irony in all of this, it's been so many years of Chiefs and who's going to get the Chiefs first, the Ravens or the Bills. Now the Chiefs are out and the Ravens might be.
Pretty much are.
Well, that game tonight, Steelers got to take a hold of first
better do
place.
it this year.
Yeah.
The Bills better do it this year.
Yeah. Well, he's got more time.
Yeah, he does. But, I mean, I think
but you
with
got to
Mahomes
keep a
being
whole
out.
team together with this hard cap.
Well, there's
tough.
a lot of teams that have hung out, and the Chiefs have been doing it for, 10 years, 11 years now?
What did you – okay, so we not only had Patrick Mahomes, but we also had Micah Parsons go down. It was confirmed today that he does have a torn ACL. So both of top-rated players, one on the defensive side, one on the offensive side, ACL injuries. Who does it hurt the most? Obviously, probably the Chiefs, because now they're losing that game. They were still in the game, but when he went out, that crushed their playoff chances. And if you noticed, he ran a lot more this year than he had in the past. He had more rushing attempts this year than ever before. But for going forward with the Packers, that's going to hurt them, I think, for their pass rush.
He's had a couple of big games, but otherwise he's
getting the double team, and they're having to single up on Rashawn Gary on that end.
It's more impactful for the Packers because they're going to be playing in the playoffs.
They're in the playoffs.
And that's why it's going to matter. I mean, long term, obviously, it's a Mahomes. Now, in a way, I mean, you don't like to do it via injury, and the rehab is tough, and he's probably not going to start week 1 next year. But in a way, might be the best thing in the world for Mahomes long-term not to have been in the playoffs this year. Give him a break.
Rest. Oh, yeah.
Because they're already playing an extra game a year than they were.
Anyway, yeah.
And they've made deep runs in the playoffs. It's kind of the LeBron thing where he would go so deep in the playoffs every single year. Yeah. That does take a toll on you. Now, you don't want to do it via an ACL injury, but there might be a bit of a silver lining, for Mahomes. It actually gives him a little time to rest,
Yeah. Is it going to be crazy that you won't see Mahomes?
Kelsey?
I don't think you're going to see Kelsey, or not Kelsey, but Burrow. You're not going to see Burrow, and you're not going to see Lamar Jackson in the playoffs this year. That's
Daniels.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's just crazy how everything kind of works. And that's kind of been the 2025 football season, whether we're talking college or the NFL.
And
crazy things have happened.
We thought the lines were a lock for the playoffs, and
it's not necessarily
true. Yeah.
So, looking at it right now, you got the Bills, the Patriots, the Packers, the Chargers, and the Rams.
And the Broncos.
I forgot about the Broncos.
Did you watch them against the Packers?
I did.
Broncos got the best record in football.
They look good.
Yep.
Either way, that's going to do it for us. Thanks for listening. We appreciate you. Don't forget, tomorrow we will be right here talking more, not of the same. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
Home for college football. ESPN Northwest Florida.
It's going to be the Troy Trojans versus